Bonjour everyone, this is book 1, The Origin of Language. How and why did language begin? Language is one of the most fascinating and unique features of human beings. It allows us not only to communicate but also to express thoughts, emotions, culture and creativity. Despite its importance, the origin of language remains one of the greatest mysteries in human history. How did humans begin to speak? Why did language develop in the first place? These questions have intrigued philosophers, linguists, anthropologists, and scientists for centuries. Because there are no written records from the earliest humans, scholars have proposed many theories to explain the birth of language, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. In this essay, we will explore the major theories about how language began, discuss why language likely originated, and highlight what makes human language so special. Theories about how language originated. There is no single accepted answer on how language first emerged, but several popular theories provide possible explanations. A divine source theory. One of the oldest ideas is that language was a divine gift, a supernatural blessing bestowed upon humans by God or gods. This view is found in many religious traditions. For example, in Bible, Genesis 2:19, Adam is said to have named all the animals, implying that God gave him the power of language. In Hindu mythology, the goddess Saraswati is considered the origin of speech and wisdom. Many ancient cultures linked their writing systems and languages to divine origins, seeing language as sacred. This theory offers a powerful spiritual explanation and highlights the unique place of language in human life. However, it is not scientifically testable, lacks empirical evidence, and cannot explain why so many different languages exist today. Modern linguists generally do not accept this theory as an explanation for language origin. 2. The natural sound source theory, Bow Wow theory. The Bow Wow theory suggests that language began as humans imitated natural sounds from their environment. Early humans might have copied the barking of dogs, bow wow, the buzzing of bees, buzz, or the call of birds, cuckoo, and gradually turned these imitations into words. This idea is supported by the existence of onomatopic words in every language, words that sound like the things they describe. While this theory explains how some words might have originated, it only accounts for a very small portion of language. Some words do not sound like what they mean. For example, word tree does not resemble any actual sound of a tree. Furthermore, this theory does not explain how abstract ideas like justice or freedom come to be expressed in words. 3. Pooh-pooh theory, emotional expression theory. Proposed by Charles Darwin in his book The Descent of Man in 1871, this theory claims that language evolved from instinctive emotional cries, sounds humans naturally make when experiencing feelings such as pain, joy, surprise, or anger. For example, a sudden exclamation like ouch expresses pain, while wow can show amazement. This theory has the advantage of recognizing that emotional sounds are universal among humans and animals. However, critics point out that emotional cries are limited in variety and structure. They do not possess the complexity or grammar necessary to build a full language. Emotional sounds alone cannot explain how early humans developed the rich vocabulary and rules of syntax that characterize human speech. Ding-dong theory. Max Muller proposed the ding-dong theory, suggesting a mystical connection between sounds and meanings. According to this idea, there was an instinctive harmony between vocal sounds and the objects or events they represented, like the ringing of the bell ding-dong naturally reflecting its cause. For example, when seeing a snake, person might instinctively produce a hissing sound. While imaginative, this theory is highly speculative and lacks scientific proof. There is no evidence that objects produce sounds inherently linked to their names, and it fails to explain how abstract concepts can be named or discussed. This is the ding-dong theory. So, other important theories: social interaction, yi-he-ho theory. This theory argues that language developed from cooperative efforts during activities like hunting or building, where rhythmic sounds helped coordinate group work like heave-ho while rowing. Gestural theory: before vocal language, humans may have communicated using hand gestures, facial expressions, or body language. Spoken language could have evolved later as vocal control improved. The existence of sign languages today supports this idea. Cognitive development theory: language may have emerged alongside the growth of human intelligence and brain size. More complex cognitive abilities allowed humans to create structured language and understand abstract ideas. So, why did language originate? Understanding the reasons behind the emergence of language, it is as important as understanding how it began. Language likely originated because it provided significant survival and social advantages, sharing information and giving commands. Language allows individuals to communicate useful knowledge and instructions. For example, a leader in a hunting group could tell others where to find animals or warn of danger. This ability to convey precise information increased the chances of survival. Expressing emotions and feelings. Language helps emotions express a wide range of emotions, from love and happiness to anger and sadness. Saying I love you or I'm sorry strengthens emotional bonds between people and helps maintain relationships. Maintaining social connections. Phatic communication. Language also serves special social purposes. Casual greetings like how are you or small talk help create and maintain friendships and group cohesion. This social bonding function of language was crucial as humans evolved in larger, more complex societies. Artistic and cultural expression. The language enables storytelling, myths, poems, and songs, which are essential for passing on cultural knowledge and values. Epic poems like Mahabharata or the Iliad were originally oral traditions that help preserve history and morality. Just a second. Okay. What is the other reason? Relieving nervous tension. Sometimes people talk to themselves or mutter when stressed, which helps manage anxiety and organize thoughts. This use of language or internal emotional regulation highlights its versatility. What makes human language unique? Human language differs from animal communication in several ways. Arbitrariness. There is no natural link between the sounds of words and their meanings. For example, the word dog does not sound like the animal, and the different languages use different sounds for the same thing. Productivity. And humans can create an infinite number of new sentences, including ones never spoken before, thanks to grammar and syntax. Displacement. Humans can talk about things not present in time or space, past events, future plans, or imaginary ideas. Cultural transmission. Unlike animal calls, language must be learned socially, passed from one generation to the next. Duality of patterning. Language combines meaningless sounds, phonemes, into meaningful units, words, which then combine into sentences. So what's the conclusion? The origin of language remains a captivating mystery with many plausible theories but no definitive answer. Whether language was a divine gift, evolved from natural sounds or emotional cries, or emerged through social cooperation and cognitive development, it is clear that language is central to what makes us human. It allows us to share knowledge, express feelings, build societies, and create art. As philosopher Willem von Humboldt said, man is man through the use of language alone. Understanding how and why language began helps us appreciate this remarkable human ability, a true cornerstone of civilization and culture.